Fantasy anime can transport us to magical worlds, epic battles, and unforgettable adventures. But some incredible series never get the recognition they deserve. Today, we're counting down the top 10 underrated fantasy anime that deserve more love. From emotional journeys to dark, thrilling adventures. Whether you're a seasoned fan or looking for your next binge, these hidden gems are sure to captivate and surprise you.
穴蔵から出てきたもんが鬼だったってことにならねえようにしなよ。
At number 10, Dororo. Set in war-torn feudal Japan, Dororo follows Hyakimaru, the young man whose body parts were sacrificed to demons by his own father in exchange for power. As a result, Hyakimaru is born without limbs, skin, eyes, or even pain, yet survives through prosthetics and sheer will. Along his journey, he teams up with Dororo, a street-smart orphan, and hunts down the demons to reclaim his stolen body. What makes Dororo worth watching is its emotional weight. Every battle isn't just action, it's a moral dilemma. The series explores what it means to be human, the cost of ambition, and whether reclaiming what was stolen is always the right choice. Dark, brutal, and deeply moving, Dororo is fantasy storytelling at its rawest.
私たちはカバネリ。人とカバネの狭間にあるもの。
At number 9, Kabaneri of the Iron Fortress. In a steampunk world overrun by undead creatures called Kabane, humanity survives behind massive walls and armored trains. The story follows Ikoma, a young engineer who becomes a half-human, half-Kabane hybrid known as a Kabaneri after a desperate encounter. With enhanced strength but a constant struggle to maintain his humanity, Ikoma joins survivors aboard the Iron Fortress. What makes this anime stand out is its stunning animation and intense atmosphere. Backed by a powerful soundtrack and relentless pacing, Kabaneri blends dark fantasy with industrial aesthetics. It's not just about fighting monsters, it's about fear, discrimination, and survival in a collapsing society. If you like high-stakes action with style and emotional tension, this one deserves more love.
こんなところに一生閉じ込められているくらいなら死んだ方がマシだよ。ねえ、答えてよ。僕は一体何なの？
At number 8, Magi, the Labyrinth of Magic. Magi follows Aladdin, a young boy with mysterious magic, who teams up with Ali Baba, a former merchant, hoping to change his life by conquering dangerous dungeons filled with treasure and powerful beings. As they travel together, they meet new allies, face powerful enemies, and uncover secrets about the world's magic. What makes Magi worth watching is how it mixes classic shonen adventure with deep themes like freedom, power, and friendship. While Magi gained some attention during its run, it still remains underappreciated compared to other major shonen titles. Its vibrant cast, unique magic system inspired by folklore, and willingness to explore serious themes beneath its colorful tone make it a standout fantasy anime that deserves more recognition. At number 7, Rage of Bahamut. Inspired by a mobile card game, Rage of Bahamut Genesis has no business being this good. Set in a world where gods, demons, and humans coexist, the story follows bounty hunter Favaro and knight Kaisar as they're pulled into a conflict surrounding the return of the dragon Bahamut. What makes this anime worth watching is its incredible production quality and charismatic cast. The animation is fluid, the action is cinematic, and the tone strikes a perfect balance between humor and epic fantasy. The world feels alive, with layered politics and mythological stakes. Genesis is proof that strong direction and character writing can elevate even the most unexpected source material into something memorable.
いつかきっとビル幸せに、そして善意とお祈りを忘れずに。
At number 6, The Faraway Paladin. The Faraway Paladin tells the story of Will, a boy reincarnated into a ruined city and raised by 3 undead guardians, a warrior, a priest, and a mage. Instead of rushing into action, the anime takes its time exploring Will's upbringing, faith, and moral foundation. What makes this series stand out is its sincerity. It treats fantasy like a lived-in world, focusing on responsibility, gratitude, and the weight of choice. Battles are meaningful because of what Will believes in, not just how strong he is. With strong world building and a reflective tone, The Faraway Paladin feels closer to classic high fantasy than modern isekai trends. It's slow, thoughtful, and deeply rewarding for patient viewers.
人間の子供。
お父さん。
それは私を父と呼んだ。
At number 5, Somali and the Forest Spirit. In a world ruled by monsters where humans are nearly extinct, Somali and the Forest Spirit follows a golem guardian who finds a lost human child named Somali. Knowing his own life is nearing its end, the golem sets out on a journey to find Somali a safe home among humans. What makes this anime unforgettable is its emotional core. It's a quiet fantasy focused on parental love, found family, and the beauty of fleeting moments. The world is gentle yet haunting, with stunning environments and soft storytelling. Rather than action, the anime thrives on connection and empathy. Somali and the Forest Spirit is a heartfelt reminder that fantasy doesn't need violence to be powerful. It just needs soul.
殺してあげる。
軽々しく命に触れるな。命は全部僕のおもちゃだ。
At number 4, Dead Mount Death Play. Dead Mount Death Play flips the usual reincarnation story by sending a powerful necromancer from a fantasy world into modern-day Tokyo. Reborn in the body of a murdered boy, he navigates criminal underworlds, supernatural threats, and moral ambiguity while trying to live peacefully. What makes this anime stand out is its genre fusion. It blends urban fantasy, crime drama, and dark magic into something unpredictable. The cast is large, but well-written, and every faction has its own motives. Instead of a hero's journey, this is a story about consequence and adaptation. Smart dialogue and layered plotting make Dead Mount Death Play one of the most underrated modern fantasy anime out there.
どうすれば失わずに済む。分かりきったことだ。竜を狩り尽くす。この世から一体残らず、この手で。それしかない。そうしなくちゃいけない。
At number 3, Ragna Crimson. Ragna Crimson follows Ragna, a relatively weak dragon hunter struggling to survive in a world dominated by powerful dragons, until his future self sends immense power back through time. Armed with strength but burdened by despair, Ragna dedicates his life to eradicating dragons. What makes this anime worth watching is its intensity. The tone is bleak, the stakes are massive, and the villains, especially the dragons, are terrifyingly intelligent. This isn't a power fantasy about winning easily. It's about sacrifice, obsession, and fighting against inevitability. The action is brutal, and the emotional weight hits hard. Ragna Crimson feels more like dark epic fantasy than typical anime fare, making it a must-watch for fans of grim storytelling.
Ohara, 引き締めろ。一発だ。
At number 2, The Witch and the Beast. The Witch and the Beast follows two enigmatic investigators, Jido, a cursed woman with immense strength, and Ashaf, a calm and calculating mage, as they hunt witches across a dark fantasy world. Each arc explores a different witch, revealing twisted magic systems and moral gray areas. What makes this anime stand out is its atmosphere. The art style is gothic, the tone is mature, and the storytelling trusts the viewer to pay attention. Witches aren't just villains, they're symbols of fear, desire, and corruption. The anime feels like a dark fairy tale mixed with detective fiction. If you enjoy slow burn fantasy with heavy themes and striking visuals, this is criminally overlooked.
許すと。
許す？
命が惜しくはないのですか。許すとおっしゃい。
At number 1, The 12 Kingdoms, a classic fantasy anime that follows Yoko Nakajima, a normal student transported to a brutal, unfamiliar world ruled by divine mandate. Thrown into chaos, Yoko must grow from a frightened girl into a capable ruler. What makes this anime legendary is its depth. The world building is complex, inspired by Chinese mythology, and every political choice has consequences. Character growth is slow but realistic, making victories feel earned. The 12 Kingdoms doesn't hold your hand. It challenges you to think. Even years later, its themes of leadership, responsibility, and identity remain unmatched. This isn't just underrated, it's timeless. That's our list of the top 10 underrated fantasy anime. Did your favorite make the cut, or is there a hidden gem we missed? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more anime recommendations. These series prove that sometimes the best adventures are the ones flying under the radar.